Hey, I'm back. Are you ready to read the other half of Dumbo? Yeah? Alrighty, let's do it. Walt Disney's Dumbo. Let's find our page that we were up to. Here we go, here we go. Here we are. So, here's a little bit of the funny act right now. Not very cool. Let's find out if Dumbo comes through in the end. Definitely will, and everyone will like him. It'll all be okay. Everyone will learn what's good, won't they? Yeah. Hidden in a pile of hay was Timothy Mouse, the smallest animal with the circus. They can't treat the little fellow that way, he muttered. Not while Timothy Mouse is around. Hey there, little fellow, he called to Dumbo. Don't be afraid, I'm your friend. I want to help you. Timothy ran up towards Dumbo's ear. We'll get your mother out of jail, you and I together, and we'll make you the star of the show. You'll be flying high. Say, he went on, staring at Dumbo's ears, those ears are as good as wings. I'll teach you to fly. Quietly, Dumbo crept out of the tent with Timothy, and soon they came to the prison car on a siding. That's Dumbo and the little mouse there. Dumbo's going to learn to fly with those big ears. Isn't that cool? Dumbo told his mother all about the clown act and how unhappy he was without her, and about the wonderful idea Timothy had for making him a success. Mother Jumbo listened sympathetically, stroking him gently with her trunk. Don't you worry, baby, she told him. You're having a hard time now, and I'm sorry I can't be with you to help. But just remember, always to do your best, and as Timothy says, you'll soon be flying high. Then sadly, they said goodnight, and Timothy and Dumbo continued on their way, out of the bare fields, and in the starlight they went to work, with Timothy as teacher and Dumbo practiced running and jumping and hopping. He stretched out his wings and flapped them, 1, 2, 3, 4, but as hard as he tried, Dumbo could not leave the ground. At last, almost too tired to stand, the two friends gave up and started gloomily back toward the sleeping circus. Don't worry, Dumbo, Timothy whispered as he curled up on Dumbo's hat brim. For a good night's sleep, we'll have you flying yet. So Dumbo fell asleep with a tired smile on his face and a beautiful dream in his heart. In the dream, he was flying as easily and gracefully as a bird, soaring through the air, high above the circus. It was a wonderful dream, and it seemed to be very real to Dumbo. It's a few birds that would have been watching Dumbo struggle to fly. When the morning sun rose, Timothy was the first to awaken. He blinked and looked up. Just above him, 4 old black crows sat and stared at him. There they are. Why, yawned Timothy, rubbing his eyes. Where am I? You're up in our tree, snapped the crows crossly. That's where you are. Tree? Gasped Timothy. He looked around. Sure enough, there he was, sitting on a branch. He and Dumbo were up in a tree. The ground was far, far below. But, how did we get here? Oh, hungry. He stammered. How? Crackled the crows. You and that elephant just came a-flying up. Flying? Timothy yelled. Dumbo, wake up! Dumbo, we're up in a tree! You flew here! Slowly Dumbo opened his eyes. He glanced down, he gulped. Then he struggled to his feet. But suddenly he slipped on the smooth tree bark and fell. Down, down, down. He bounced from branch to branch, with Timothy clinging to his trunk. Plonk! They landed in a shallow pond just underneath the tree. The crows chuckled and cawed from above. Timothy scrambled up out of the water and wrung out Dumbo's tail. Dumbo, he panted, you can fly! If you can fly when you're asleep, you can fly when you're awake. Your ears, Dumbo, they're your fortune. Birds watching on still. Here we go, here's Dumbo and the mouse. They're going to get this flying thing happening. He grabbed one of Dumbo's wet ears and patted it. You won't be a clown anymore, you'll be famous. The only flying elephant in the whole wide world. And Timothy and Dumbo began all over again to practice flying. But it wasn't easy. Time after time, Dumbo tried to take off. Time after time, he sprawled out flat on his face. Soon the crows began to feel sorry for the little fellow. When Timothy told them All the sad things that had happened to Dumbo because of his big ears, they flew down and offered to help. One of the crows took Timothy aside. "Flying's just like swimming," he whispered. "It's just a matter of believing that you can do it." He turned and snatched a long black feather from his tail. Timothy shouted, "We must keep your flying a secret, a surprise for your act in the afternoon show." No one noticed Dumbo when he and Timothy came quietly back. It was already time for Dumbo to get in his costume. Look, there's Dumbo flying now. With Timothy in the hat. Inside the walls of the cardboard house, he had to wait all through the show until fire crackled up around him. At last, Timothy leaned down and handed him the feather. "In just a second, Dumbo," he whispered. "You'll be the most famous I'm excited, in all the world." Crackled the fire. The clown act was on. Flames shot up around the cardboard house. Clang, clang, roared the clown fire engine, rushing towards the blaze. From the far end of the ring, a redhead mother clown came running. "Save my baby!" she screamed. "He's on the top floor." Dumbo in costume, ready to fly. The fireman brought a big net and held it out. "Jump, my darling baby, jump!" shrieked the mother clown. Dumbo jumped, but as he jumped, the black feather slipped from his trunk and floated away. Now his magic was gone, and Dumbo plunged down like a stone. "You can fly!" Timothy shouted frantically. "The feathers are fake! You can fly!" Dumbo heard the shout and doubtfully spread his ears wide. Not 2 feet above the net, he stopped his plunge and swooped into the air. A mighty gasp arose from the audience. They knew it couldn't be, but it was. Dumbo was flying. Dumbo was flying while the crowd roared its delight. Dumbo did power dives, loops, spins, and barrel rolls. He swooped down to pick up peanuts and squirted a trunk full of water on the clowns. The keepers freed Mrs. Jumbo and brought her to the tent in triumph to see her baby fly. So all of Dumbo's worries had come to an end. By evening, Dumbo was a hero from coast to coast. Timothy became Dumbo's manager, and he saw to it that Dumbo got a wonderful contract with a big salary and a pension for his mother. The circus was renamed Dumbo's Flying Circus, and Dumbo travelled in a special streamlined car. But best of all, he forgave everyone who had been unkind to him, for his heart was as big as his magical ears. What a lovely story. You can all achieve greatness. You've got to believe in yourself and put your mind to it. Alrighty everyone, that's all we have time for today. Thanks so much for reading Dumbo with me. I'll be back again with another story very, very, very soon. Don't you worry about that. If you like this channel, please subscribe, click that bell below. And I'll be back with another story. You can visit the page, read any stories. There'll be more in the future. There's plenty past. Lots to go through. Lots of books, lots of stories to be told all the time. Okie dokie. Anything else? Anything else? No, just be happy, have fun, stay positive. Alrighty. Bye for now, not forever. See ya.